Hi, Facebook. It's Emma Davis here. It is 30 Days Live with Dr. Emma Davis. I'm a veterinary career and business coach, and I am going live to share tips and tricks about having the best veterinary career that you can, sticking it out if you love practice and how to set yourself up for that, or amazing opportunities outside of practice as well. For veterinarians. So my journey has been that I was a 2001 graduate from the University of Sydney, and then I was in practice, chased horses for a while with horse practice and mixed veterinary practice, and then what else did I do? Then I helped them set up the Wagga Veterinary School, so the Charles Sturt University Wagga Veterinary School, and that was a great project to be a part of. And I wrote the submission to government on that one. That got up and got funded. And then I joined the federal government in Canberra in the Department of Agriculture, and I was there for nearly 13 years. And I also locumed at a local mixed veterinary practice at the same time on the weekends, or about once a month for them, that helped them with their after hours load and helped me stay in practice. And that was for nearly another 6 years. And throughout all that time, and I've kept endurance vetting as well. So I've got horses everywhere, and that was why I went into vet, was the horse interest, or the interest in horses. So yeah, I really love endurance riding as well, or endurance vetting, but I'm keen to get riding instead of vetting, and spend some time with my animals. And yeah, if anyone's out there, say likes and loves for tonight's topic, which is how to move forward when you're feeling stuck in your career. I was feeling a bit stuck in government after 13 years. I had some great adventures. I had a really great career in government for a long time. And then towards the end, it started to taper off a bit, and was feeling that I wasn't being used very well, utilised very well, and had more to offer than I was able to offer in that scenario. It's really hard in government. You'll get picked up for some really good projects, and then sometimes they run dry as well. And so I worked on avian influenza in Indonesia for 2 years, and I worked on mopping up, well, after they got rid of equine influenza out of Australia, then I helped do the reform project on that. So I was on the team that did the reform project for the avian influenza. Hello. And that was great, because that was helping, being involved in the horse industry, helping Australia, and really ticked all my boxes horse-wise as well. But yeah, it got to the point where, hello, I am getting all kinds of things. I don't know who's giving me those, but that's fine. Welcome. Likes and loves and shocking and smiling and not. That's fine. What else? And so, yeah, it got to being a bit stuck in the end. And so, being a scientist and having spent most of my life at university, I thought the answer must be to go and do a PhD. And so I got accepted into a PhD program. I had a burning issue that I wanted to get solved for Australia and for vets across the globe, and that was to do with the value of veterinarians to agriculture. And so I designed that project, and I actually started that project and got a good response in the initial questionnaire, and lots of people signed up for one-on-one interviews. But at the same time, I was driving this business forward, the career coaching, and our other business, which is Global Veterinary Solutions, which has the website veterinarycareers.com.au. So that's actually my passion, is helping vets find amazing careers. And when it came down to the, focusing on the detail of writing up a PhD and getting stuck into the numbers, and they didn't have any flexibility in timing of that project, then it became clear to me that I'd have to, unfortunately, let that project go. to focus on what I really wanted to focus on, which was building these businesses and helping veterinarians around the world. And I love business as well. So I'm a trained business coach and and breakthrough coach as well. So tips for you on how to move forward if you're feeling stuck is, I guess you want to think about what you actually want from your career 10 years out. When, if I were to think of myself in government for another 10 years, it just wasn't a good picture. It just wasn't what I wanted to be doing. There was nowhere to go up. Didn't want to go up to the next level. I didn't necessarily agree with some of the stuff that went on at the next level. And I could have gone sideways out into government and did something else, and still might do that later on. But it wasn't obvious that there was a pathway for me in there, and I wanted to implement some change and influence some change, and it was not going to happen there. So feeling stuck there, and 10 years out, it definitely wasn't was not what I wanted to do. And when I thought about life 10 years out, I wanted to have built something myself. I wanted to have a lot of travel and the ability to travel with my family. And we have a farm and horses, and a beautiful daughter. So I wanted to spend more time with Jasmine as she grew up, and a lovely stepson. And my husband has a family business in Yass as well. And I wanted to be part of the world in Yass instead of driving away every day to be an executive in the government. So you have to think about what you want 10 years out. So just add 10 onto your age and work out what it looks like, and then work out what you want to be doing that day, and have a good sense of who you want to be hanging around with, who you want to be working with, where you are, if you're at home or in Australia or another country. If you are working from home or working in the office setting, if you're still out in the field in vet practice or running equine surgery, which I do miss. Not that I'm an equine surgeon, but I was always at places with surgeries, which was always great. So have a think about how you actually want to spend your time and who you want to be in your world. And then from that 10-year mark, think back to the 12-month mark. And we can often set too big a goal for 12 months and too small a goal for 10 years. So set some goals for 12 months that you will know that you're well on your way to making the changes required to be where you want to be in 10 years at the 12 months mark. And the 12 months mark is you want to set SMART goals, so specific, measurable, achievable, results-driven, and timely, so that have an element of time to them. And so SMART goals. And 12 months is a great time frame to set SMART goals, because you'll see them be achieved, and then you'll be able to set the next 12 months of SMART goals, and you'll get to your 10-year goal a lot quicker than 10 years usually. So it's good to have that long-term vision, so you know where you're headed and your why and what's drawing you towards it, and then to bring it back down to the 12-month mark so that you can actually measure it and make sure that you're taking the steps necessary in this time now, in the near future, to make sure that you reach your 10-year goal. And then the other thing is get someone to keep you accountable. So that might be your partner, a good friend, a colleague, a coach. That's what coaching is basically keeping people accountable to their goals, is helping them set them and staying accountable to your goals, and making sure that you show up for yourself every day and reach those goals. So get someone to keep you accountable, and then you'll have a plan and write it down as a plan and get stuck into it. So if you're feeling stuck, the best thing you can do is to take some action to, like I did, I took the step into the PhD, and then I realized it wasn't quite, it was a good step, great people, but it wasn't quite what I was after. They're writing up the PhD, you'll be pleased to know. And so the study's getting finished, which is more important to me than me having a PhD, was that that question is answered for veterinary profession. And so just start taking action. And it was only through that step of me doing the PhD that I've really come into knowing what I really want and getting it. So that's my tips on how to move forward in your veterinary career if you're feeling stuck. And I look forward to connecting if you're interested in coaching or finding out you want to bounce ideas around on your career. I also do business coaching as well. And yeah, so reach out at the link or send me a hey below if you're watching it later. Write #replay and write where you're watching in from, tuning in from. And I look forward to connecting with you. And yeah, love your veterinary career, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.